Okay. And the question I had was, how do I start my backswing? And what does the takeaway look like? Well, again, if we look at the human body and the golf club, it's very much the same relationship as a crane and a wrecking ball. You got your crane, bring it forward, bolt it in the ground through the arches of your feet. You got your cable, arms and shaft, and you got the wrecking ball here, which is the club head. So the pivot of the crane moves the wrecking ball. So as I go back, you'll notice the club face right now looks shut or closed. Not to worry. As soon as my right arm starts to fold, notice as my right arm starts to fold, the right palm starts to rotate up. Look at the club face now. There's my toe up position that you see in the textbooks and stuff like that. Pay no mind to this. As long as your arm folds, then your wrists are going to start to hinge. The wrists are going to hinge right there on those anatomical snuff boxes. So you notice right now, that plane looks pretty good, doesn't it? So if I use the pivot of my hips and body to toss the arms into the backswing, then my arms will naturally be lifted by momentum into the backswing. It's not me lifting them. So, toss, and then let the momentum whip the arms through. Bolt it, behind, that felt really good. So the crane operator inside the cab of this crane, the goal is to use the crane to create momentum in the wrecking ball, not to take the crane and beat the crane against the wall. So I'm using the weight of my arms and the weight of the club to hammer, if you will, through that golf ball, or to crash through the golf ball. So what really starts my swing, if you look at my back and through motion here, this is how I imagine myself at address. I'm already in motion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch the next swing mentally. So right now I can see my club moving back and through, back and through. I feel there's no interruptions in that momentum, and I'm just going to catch the next one. So that it doesn't feel like I'm frozen at address. If you had a medicine ball in your hands and you're trying to toss a medicine ball, it'd be very difficult to toss it from a static position. I would have to use a lot of my muscles, my core muscles. But if I nudge it a little forward, now I've got some momentum to toss it back. So I want to feel like my body is very relaxed and I already have a certain amount of momentum to start my golf swing. And I'm going to feel that this is very much imagined, right? So then all I got to do, you'll see how there's always a little nudge of my hips forward, and that would look like my knee is moving forward. Well, the knees are attached to the hips, so I'm just going to nudge the hips forward. Then I'm going to use that momentum to toss the arms into the backswing. Because the club head is attached to my arms, the arms are attached to the shoulders, the arms will naturally be lifted into the backswing. It's not me lifting them. And then everything will fall through. Okay? So, enjoy that one. Have any questions? Let me know.